So I booked a business class train ticket from Toronto to Ottawa just because I wanted to know if it's classy or just costly. So here's the truth nobody actually tells you. So we set off in time to arrive at the train station 45 minutes before boarding. Now first pack, the business lounge. You check in, skip the crowd, and you're greeted with like free coffee, tea, snacks, and comfy chairs. If you're someone who gets to the station early, this is chef's kiss. If you're a last minute runner like me, well, it's a nice touch, but you barely sit down. Okay, so back to the freebies at the business lounge because who doesn't like freebies? I mean, there are coffees, hot chocolate, espresso lattes, there's even juice, cranberry, apple juice, orange. You have a charging port, and even some decent reads. Finally, it was time to board. Boarding was calm, no stampedes, no awkward elbow battles. Business class seats are wider, more legroom, and an actual tray table that doesn't feel like it's built for Barbie dolls. There's also free Wi-Fi though. Let's just say it's more check your emails than stream Netflix without buffering. Now to the food. You get a hot meal, snacks, and unlimited drinks. Yes, that includes wine and beer. I had the salmon cake, potatoes, and veg, and it was decent for train food. Definitely not 5-star dining. It was way better than the average. One thing I loved was that it's really quiet. If you need to work, read, or just zone out while watching threes blow by, it's perfect. The ride from Toronto to Ottawa is about 4.5 hours, which means you'll arrive feeling human. Not like you've just survived a long haul bus trip. By the way, the Wi-Fi sign up was fast and quite seamless. Now let's talk about downsides. It's definitely not cheap. I paid about $450, which is way more than economy, and if you're expecting high speed, blink and you're there. Nope. Same track, same speed, you're paying for comfort, not time saved. And quite frankly, there are times where they would have to increase your travel time by an hour, maybe depending on the season you're traveling. So if it's really hot and the train tracks are hot, they advise to slow it down. So if you're traveling during hot summer weather, well, expect an additional hour delay. So the $1,000,000 question, is business class worth it from Toronto to Ottawa or even Montreal or anywhere in Canada? Well, if you want space, quiet lounge packs, and free-flowing drinks, then yes. If you're just trying to get from point A to point B as cheaply as possible, then economy is fine. For me, this was simply just a treat, and honestly, I'd do it again and again. Oh, and do note that during my return, there were some differences I noticed, like significant differences I noticed from my trip back to Toronto from Ottawa. So stay tuned for part 2. And yeah, we left on time and arrived on time. Took an Uber straight to the hotel, and it was a good time here on. Stay tuned for part 2 and let me know in the comments if you had a different experience.